Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through some MLB player props I like for today on Prizepicks for Thursday, August the 4th. We do have a 13-game MLB slate on Thursday, so there's a good amount of games today. We do have a few early games, but not as many as we had on Wednesday. All the plays I like for today, got 3 plays I like at first look. They're all going to be coming from the night games. So definitely, by the time you're watching this video, you should be able to get all these plays in. I do always upload these videos the night before the game start, so you guys should be able to get them in anyways. But sometimes, when there are day games, it does kind of mess up with people's schedules. Some people might not be able to watch the video in time, when games start during the day. But all the plays for today coming from the night game, so we'll talk through the 3 plays I like for today, as always. Before we do, though, we'll recap our plays from our last video on Wednesday. And Wednesday, we had another really good day. So I hope you guys tailed the plays on Wednesday. Had a clean sweep once again. That's back-to-back clean sweeps over the last 2 days. Went 3-0 on Tuesday, and we went 3-0 on Wednesday. Hit all 3 of our plays over on Zach Wheeler's fantasy points. We hit that play, hit the over on Martin Perez strikeouts, and we hit the over on Mike Minor strikeouts. All 3 plays hit fairly easily. They weren't really that sweaty. I think Wheeler pitched a really good game, 7 innings, had 7 strikeouts, only gave up 1 run. Martin Perez, we needed 5 strikeouts from him, and I think he finished with 9. He pitched a really good game, got a lot of strikeouts. And then Mike Minor, we needed 5 strikeouts from Mike Minor, and he got 5 strikeouts through like less than 3 innings. I think he had 4 Ks through 2 innings. So really good day on Wednesday, man. We've been doing really well over the last few days on our plays that we give out on YouTube. Worth noting, guys, though, that I do give out more plays over on Patreon. So if you have been making money on these YouTube plays, if they've been helping you out, you've been profiting lately, and you want to check out more Prizepicks plays from me, I do provide those over on Patreon. If you want to check out the Patreon, it's linked down below in the description. You can see all that I offer on Patreon, all the sports I cover. Right now, just doing MLB, just covering Prizepicks. But when NFL starts, we'll be back into doing DFS. We'll obviously still be covering Prizepicks. Same for NBA as well. You can definitely check out the Patreon if you're interested, especially if you've been tailed in the last few days. You should be able to, the $20 per month subscription, you should be able to pay for that with the money that you've won over the last 2 days. Obviously that's up to you. It's up to you guys if you want to check out the Patreon or not, but I'm always going to give out these free plays every day on YouTube, but I do provide more Prizepicks plays over on Patreon. Check that out if you are interested. As always, it's linked down below in the description. But yeah, guys, before we talk through our plays for today, hit that like button. As always, appreciate you checking out these videos every day. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Also, if you are new to Prizepicks, make sure to sign up for Prizepicks and use promo code NOAH. When you do sign up with my promo code, Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100. So if you bet player props on a sports book, if you bet player props on any other site other than Prizepicks, highly recommend you give them a try. See all the props that they offer for MLB. They do offer a lot of props, a lot of different categories you can choose from. They also offer a lot of other sports as well. I know we have an NFL preseason game on Thursday night. I don't think I'm going to be betting on that personally, but if you want to look into some of the NFL preseason props, Prizepicks has those available for those of you that are really into football and you're kind of just itching to gamble on football. So there's some preseason stuff available if you're interested in that. Prizepicks offers a lot of sports, though. Definitely check them out. Sign up, use promo code NOAH. Get your first deposit matched up to $100. But let's go ahead and talk through our 3 plays for Thursday, guys. I just took a look at the board. I've been looking at the board for like the last hour or two. I was kind of struggling to find a lot of plays I felt super good about today. The lines are kind of tight, but there are 3 strikeout props that I do like for today. So all 3 of our plays will be from the strikeouts category. First prop we're going to go to is going to be Noah Syndergaard, and I'm taking his over 4.5 strikeouts going up against the Nationals. Now, when you think of the Nationals and you think of this matchup, it doesn't seem like that great of a spot for Noah Syndergaard to really get strikeouts because on the season, the Nationals have not really been striking out much at all. They actually have the 3rd lowest K rate, 19.9% strikeout rate, on the season. But we've got to note that, the Nationals, this lineup right now, it's not the same lineup that they've been rolling out all season. Obviously, Juan Soto got traded. He's no longer on the team. Josh Bell got traded. He's no longer on the team. And they added Luke Voit. Now, Luke Voit is a good hitter. He has power. But Luke Voit does strike out a lot. Luke Voit has a K rate, I believe, over 30% this season or close to that. I think it's like 26 or 28%. So he's a high strikeout guy in that lineup now. Victor Robles, he's been leading off lately. He's a high strikeout guy, has a 28% K rate this season. Luis Garcia, 20% K rate. Yadiel Hernandez, 24% K rate. Nelson Cruz, 25% K rate. The only guys that really don't strike out in this Nationals lineup are Ruiz, Cesar Hernandez, and Michael Franco. Even this, Palacios guy that they called up recently. Obviously, it's a super small sample size, but he's been striking out a good amount in the few plate appearances that he's seen so far in the majors. So this is definitely a Nationals lineup that is going to be striking out a lot more. And I think from now to the end of the season, their K rate is going to be a lot higher than it has been all season, just because they're without some of their best hitters now, especially guys like Juan Soto and Josh Bell, two very low strikeout guys. Specifically Juan Soto, I mean, he's one of the toughest guys in the league to strike out. And now they're adding Luke Voit, who's a very high strikeout guy. So I think it's actually a solid spot for Noah Syndergaard. I think it's one where he can get us 5 strikeouts. Noah Syndergaard, by no means is he an elite strikeout pitcher. He has just an 18.9% K rate this season. But the matchup, I think, is better than you might think. Syndergaard's been pitching well lately. Obviously, he's with a new team now with the Phillies. But before he got traded, he was making really good starts. He was pitching really well. Was racking up strikeouts. He has at least 5 strikeouts in 5 out of his last 6 starts. For what it's worth, only start where he did not get 5 Ks was a really tough matchup against Houston. So I think we can get 5 strikeouts from Noah Syndergaard. I think it's a good matchup for him. This Washington lineup is not the same as it was. There's more strikeouts in it than normal. And I do like this spot for Syndergaard. So I'm taking his over 4.5 Ks, making his Phillies debut on Thursday night. Hopefully he can pitch well. And hopefully he can get us 5 strikeouts, which I think he can do. And then our other 2 props, again, going to be strikeout props. Going to Carlos Carrasco is my next play. And I'm going to be taking his over 5.5 strikeouts going up against the Braves. Now, this is a spot that we talked about on Wednesday when we took the over on Zach Wheeler's fantasy points. Obviously, the Braves are a team, they have a really good lineup, but they strike out a lot. I've been saying that all season. The Braves so far this year versus right-handed pitching actually have the 3rd highest K rate in the league, 25.2%. And when you look at their projected lineup, everyone in this lineup has a K rate above 22% this season. Acuna, Swanson, Olson, even these really good hitters at the top of this lineup, they strike out. Acuna, 24% K rate. Swanson, 27%. Matt Olson, 24%. Austin Riley, 24%. Lowest strikeout guy in their projected lineup is Marcell Ozuna, and his K rate against righties this season is 22.5%. Carlos Carrasco is a pretty solid strikeout pitcher. He's got good K stuff, 23% K rate this season. And he's a guy that can get us 6 strikeouts here, I think. He might give up a few runs. This Braves lineup is obviously really good, but I think the strikeouts will definitely be there. Carrasco also, normally will pitch pretty deep in a game, should be able to go probably 6 innings. His last start against the Marlins, he went 7 2/3 innings, threw 93 pitches, had 7 strikeouts in that start. But Carrasco's been pitching well lately. He's had at least 6 Ks in 2 out of his last 3 starts. So against the Braves team that strikes out quite a bit, 3rd highest in the league, with a guy like Carlos Carrasco, who's got a 23% K rate this season, has almost a 9 K per 9. I think we can get 6 strikeouts from Carrasco here. I like targeting these heavy, these high strikeout matchups when it comes to guys that can get strikeouts. And Carrasco has shown the ability to rack up those Ks. He can get those punch outs when he needs to. Has a really high chase rate, one of the highest chase rates in the league. Gets a lot of swings and misses on pitches outside the strike zone. Has a solid 23% K rate this season. So I like that as our second play for today, over 5.5 strikeouts for Carlos Carrasco. And then third and final play, going to be going to Alek Manoah, and I'm going to be taking his over 5.5 strikeouts against the Twins. And this is another pretty solid strikeout matchup. Now on the season, the Twins so far this year versus right-handed pitching, they've been about league average, 22.4% K rate versus righties. But when we do look at their projected lineup and each hitter individually, there's plenty of strikeouts in this Minnesota lineup. Really, the only guy that doesn't K is Luis Arias, and Luis Arias is probably not going to strike out at all. He's a very tough guy to strike out. He has just an 8% K rate this season. But Carlos Correa, 22% K rate against righties. Byron Buxton's a great hitter, but he strikes out a lot, 30% K rate against righties. Jorge Polanco, 24%. Miranda, 21%. Nick Gordon, 27%. Gary Sanchez, 26%. Jake Cave, he's back in the lineup. He's obviously only made a few starts, so we can't really look too much into that. Hasn't been striking out in the few plate appearances that he's made. But this Contreras guy they just called up, he's had 11 plate appearances against righties. He's got a 36% K rate. Obviously, it's a small sample size, but there's definitely some strikeouts in this Twins lineup. Basically, outside of Arias, pretty much everyone else in this Twins lineup will strike out a good amount. And obviously, Alek Manoah is a really good pitcher, has a 22.6% K rate this season, has a really high K rate against righties. His strikeout rate versus righties is much higher than it is versus lefties. And the Twins right now in their projected lineup, they do have 4 righties in their projected lineup, which I think will benefit Manoah. It's not like he's going to have to face all lefties. He's going to get to face some righties, and he does have a 29% K rate against righties this year compared to 16.9% against lefties. So I think going up against a Twins team that will strike out, we can get 6 Ks from Alek Manoah today. He's done that in a good amount of his starts this season, I do believe. And I just think it's, I think it's too low of a line for as talented of a pitcher as Manoah is. He's not like an elite strikeout pitcher by any means. He's more of a guy that kind of is able to limit the hard contact, but he can definitely get the Ks when he needs to, and there are Ks in this Twins lineup for him to get. So these are our 3 plays for today, guys. Going all strikeout props for today. Over 4.5 for Noah Syndergaard, over 5.5 for Carlos Carrasco, and over 5.5 for Alek Manoah. Again, this is what I'm liking for Thursday's slate. Took a look at the board. It took me about an hour or 2 to find 3 plays I felt super, super good about. So a little bit of a tougher day to find a ton that stood out, but this is what I'm going to be rolling with. And hopefully, again, guys, hopefully we can get another clean sweep. We've had back-to-back clean sweeps the last 2 days. I hope you guys have been tailing and been making some money. Again, if you've been enjoying these YouTube videos, if they've been helping you out a lot, you want to get more Prizepicks plays from me, check out the Patreon, link down below in the description. I do provide additional Prizepicks plays over on Patreon. Also have a Discord chat that is available for Patreon members where you can ask me questions throughout the day. I'm always in Discord to answer any questions that Patreon members have. But you can see all that I offer for each sport: NFL, NBA, MLB. Obviously, NFL and NBA not going on right now, but for MLB, I'm giving out Prizepicks plays each day over there on Patreon. So check it out if you're interested. But as always, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys checking out these videos every day. Hit that like button before you get out of here. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And also check out Prizepicks. Make sure to sign up for Prizepicks. Use promo code NOAH. When you do, get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But good luck tonight, guys. Thanks as always for watching the video. Hopefully we can get a clean sweep once again tonight. Go on a 9-0 run over our last 3 days. That would definitely be good. But yeah, wish you guys the best of luck. As always, appreciate you watching these videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.